Congratulations all around.
Starion Bank, taking you farther with competitive mortgage rates.
From 27 News, WKOW, this is breaking news.
We do begin with breaking news this morning. One man is dead and another hurt in an overnight shooting in Madison. The information that just came into the newsroom a few minutes ago.
We've got you covered. This is Wake Up Wisconsin, voted best morning newscast.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Brandon Taylor.
And I'm Star Dairy. Today is Wednesday, August 2nd.
Yeah, and we'll get to that breaking news in just a minute. But first, let's talk about the forecast because we are expecting some wet weather today.
Yeah, it's been so nice to have all this dry time. But now we are going to start to see some rain heading our way. Not going to disrupt your morning, though. Despite what you can see on radar there, you can see how everything kind of fizzled out here over the last couple of hours. At least the areas in Wisconsin. Over Michigan, still some activity early this morning. But again, we're not going to have any problems with our morning commute. The evening commute, though, different story. Now, what I'm going to show you here, just plenty of a clear sky. We will see some visibilities lowered in a couple of spots. That includes Camp Douglas down to about a half a mile. Lone Rock also lowered because of some fog, but the rest of us clear. That not going to interrupt most of our morning commutes. On average, we should be waking up around 61, average high temperature 81. The record for the state set back in 1988 was 98 degrees. We won't be anywhere close to that today. Current conditions have us waking up to 63 in Baraboo, some fog in Camp Douglas, 55 there. Madison, 65 degrees with a mainly clear sky. A few clouds over Mineral Point, 64 there. And then the muggy meter, of course, showing that it will feel a little bit damp this afternoon. We'll see those dew points kind of climb up at least a little bit into those mid-60s by the second half of the day. And what we're going to be watching is low pressure off to the west approaching us. First going to bring us a couple of stray showers and storms this afternoon. And then you can see tomorrow, same idea, a couple more showers and storms expected with more overnight. And then we're going to really pump in the much cooler air. Wait until you see the high temperatures for the second half of the week. I'll break it all down for you in your full forecast in just a couple of minutes, Brandon.
All right, thank you, Star. 27 News time is 4:32, and breaking news overnight, and a Madison police sergeant has just confirmed they are investigating Madison's 10th homicide of the year. Now, they were called to the 7-Eleven in the 2700 block of West Beltline Highway around 12:15 this morning. A sergeant at the scene tells us one man is dead, another man hurt, and taken to the hospital. The suspect or suspects are still at large, but police don't have any descriptions yet. We'll have a live report from the scene in about a half an hour on Wake Up Wisconsin. Happening today, the U.S. Air Force will test an unarmed Minuteman III intercontinental ballistic missile. The ICBM launch will happen from North Vandenberg Air Force Base, northwest of Los Angeles, between 12:01 and 6:01 a.m. local time. An Air Force official says the launch is aimed to test the accuracy and effectiveness of the weapon system. The planned launch comes amid growing tensions between the U.S. and North Korea, with the Asian nation developing its own ICBM. The test comes a day after Secretary of State Rex Tillerson issued a warning to North Korea about their missile program. Tillerson stressed during a State Department press briefing that the U.S. is not looking to get involved in regime change or military actions, but the danger posed by North Korea test firing ballistic missiles is unacceptable.
There is no future where North Korea holds nuclear weapons. We are not your enemy. We're not your threat, but you are presenting an unacceptable threat to us, and we have to respond.
Next month, the travel ban will go into effect for U.S. citizens heading to North Korea. 3 Americans are currently being held captive by North Korea. Government officials say that North Korea poses a real problem and that all options, including sanctions, are on the table. The Senate voted overwhelmingly Tuesday to confirm Christopher Wray as the new FBI director. The vote was 92-5. Wray succeeds James Comey, who was fired by President Trump. Wray, who is now a private lawyer, was a top Justice Department official during the George W. Bush administration. He was recommended unanimously by the Senate Judiciary Committee on July 20th. 27 News time is 4:34, and authorities have captured the last of 12 fugitives who escaped from an Alabama jail Sunday night. We've been following this story all week on Wake Up. 24-year-old Brady Kilpatrick was taken into custody Tuesday night. Officials say the Walker County inmates took advantage of a new guard by using peanut butter to change the number of an exit door. They made their escape when the guard inadvertently opened the door. The first 11 inmates were captured within 8 hours. Kilpatrick was the only one to make it out of the Walker County area. He was found hiding at a home in South Florida. A 17-year-old passenger was detained at San Francisco International Airport yesterday after he jumped out of an airplane. It happened after the plane landed. The teen opened an emergency exit over the Boeing 737's wing and leapt out. Airport officials say a construction crew on the ground detained the teen until police arrived. Now, the flight originated in Panama City and belongs to Copa Airlines, headquartered in Panama. Cities up and down the West Coast are waking up to a rare and dangerous heat wave. The blistering heat will threaten all-time records as health officials and forecasters warn this will be a scorcher, even for cities that rarely see these temperatures. ABC's Candace Gibson has the latest.
This morning, the Pacific Northwest in the grips of a historic heat wave.
Being out on the water is great and cool off and get in the shade.
In Seattle, the thermometer could hit triple digits this week. That's only happened 3 times in the past 123 years. A major concern because only a third of homes in the metropolitan area have air conditioning.
I'm going to go jump in a lake.
And Portland, Oregon, expecting the strongest heat wave in nearly a decade. Highs there reaching 107 degrees.
Today it's been swamped. We've sold about 130 or 140 pieces of air conditioners, probably sold about 150 fans. Probably this time next week, we will be very close to being out.
And all that heat fueling major wildfires. At least 48 fires are burning, including this one north of Sacramento. And this massive fire billowing smoke in northern Washington state. It's been burning for days and only 11% contained. Candace Gibson, ABC News, New York.
Yesterday marked 10 years since the Minneapolis bridge collapse. The tribute held in the city to remember the tragedy. 27 News Time is 4:36. You're watching Wake Up Wisconsin.
Unity Point Health Meritor is now a partner of